And here we are for the MiniMAX Heat 2. We have Joseph Ills on pole ahead of Leighton Fourie, Akil Alibi, Tate Bishop, Kai van Zyl, and Jared Oberski. They head down now for the drop of the flag, and Joseph gets an absolute stunner start. He's miles ahead of them before they even get into the first corner. Leighton Fourie gets swamped badly. It's Akil Alibi in second, followed by Kai van Zyl, with Joseph Ills getting the whole shot.
Guys doing everything they can, trying to settle down into their positions, but Joseph off to a fantastic start and just keeps on going as he makes his way through. Bishop, we saw earlier in the day, going and having a fantastic run, and now going and getting
someone running wide there as we get onto the back straight. It looked like to me to be Akil Alibi, or was it Kai van Zyl? It was Akil Alibi, and he is getting mugged, but something bad. He's dropped all the way down to about 6th place now with Leighton Fourie, it looks like.
What's happening to Oberski though? He's just going reverse down the field if you just take a look at that bright yellow kart, and definitely struggling to make any headway.
The DAW back kart there of Jared Oberski is definitely struggling at the moment. He did change chassis midway through Friday. He's been changing between them on and off the whole weekend. Maybe it's just a little bit of confusion there as his Praga stablemate Daniel De Pava sticks it down the inside.
Definitely having a huge amount of issues there, but one person, Tate Bishop, going and having a huge amount of fun, trying to put the pressure, trying to get into the slipstream and get pulled along and try and catch up to Joseph, who's absolutely dominating the race.
Joey, a driver I've done a lot of work with, always good at leading from the front. He's always good at just keeping it consistent, being calm and hitting the same lap time every lap. He's now being run by Ricky Portugal here in Cape Town, and they have been doing this all season. Reminiscent of what Leighton Fourie does down in Karting. Bit of a movement going on there between Leighton Fourie, Akil Alibi, and Tate Bishop, it seems.
Alibi doing everything he can to try and hold his position and try and keep on going. But you can just see that DAW kart of
down the inside now goes Leighton Fourie on Akil Alibi. The dicing continues all the way through this field. There's always good racing when we watch the MiniMAXs. Daniel De Pava trying to do a little bit better than what his younger brother did in the MicroMax. This class is a class that generated our world champion driver Jaden House last year. He won at an event we call the African Open, a once-off event. The winner of the last heat gets the ticket to the World Champs, and he ended up winning the World Championship for us.
Well, one thing you can also see on the sidelines there is the family and team supporting them, telling go, 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 you
Tate
need
Bishop
to drive.
Moving into second place now ahead of Kai van Zyl. Let's see if he has the same turn of pace he does in the Max Reno to get a hold of Joey Ills.
Bishop going and battling it out, doing everything he can.
Sibo Solomon now making a move to the second 180. It's caused a bit of havoc. Who is that that's dropped down the field now? It looks to me to be Akil Alibi, has fallen back quite a bit behind the DAW kart of Jared Oberski.
Guys doing everything they can. Bishop pushing hard now, and Kai van Zyl going and having a huge amount of fun, hooking onto the back of Bishop, and is getting pulled along now as they go and chase down Joseph.
Leighton Fourie now getting a little bit hot and heavy behind Sibo Solomon there now, looking for a move. It must not be great to watch Joey Ills just run away with it like he does in the northern regions. Leighton Fourie runs away with it every weekend in northern regions, having a bit of a difficult one here in Cape Town as he gets past Sibo Solomon.
Guys doing all they can to try and do it, but you can just see Bishop and Kai duking it out between each other, trying to pull along each other as well.
Sibo Solomon obviously made a move now into the first 180s and got him past Leighton. He's maybe bringing this group back a bit instead of just allowing one of the carts ahead of him and chasing that cart, using that cart to catch the cart in front of him. He's making it a dice very early on in the race, allowing the front pack to get away.
Now trying to take a bit more of an aggressive move than wait it out. I think it's more of got to get past these guys to try and catch up, not utilizing the fact slipstream helps, especially around here at Kalani.
And Leighton has been quite a bit quicker than most of the weekend, so maybe just allowing the quicker cart to get past as he's doing now and just push on, follow the man up to the next car in front, but he's not letting Leighton Fourie come past, and Leighton telling him the same thing we're telling him now with a little bit of a tap to the helmet. Leighton running in way too deep there, but maybe keep your hands on the steering wheel next time down leading up to the corner.
Unfortunately, going and letting your fellow karters know, come on, think about it, and you land up going so wide, it kind of puts you with a red face.
Yeah, allowing the motion to get the better of you. As we see Daniel De Pava moving up the field quite nicely, sitting just behind Sibo Solomon there. The only two of the Praga brands in this class at the moment, and they're doing very, very well. Praga, a new brand to the country, and racing against basically an OTK class.
Well, Solomon going and having a huge amount of fun, pushing hard, and you can just see how much this is turning into a massive battle as kart 507.
Daniel De Pava.
going and having a huge amount of fun. They're really duking it out, actually. The guys are having a blast.
Sibo Solomon just won't let anybody get past and get away. Maybe he knows he doesn't have the turn of pace to stay with him once they get past him. But it looks like Daniel De Pava and Leighton Free, the two boys from Northern Regions, have gotten past Sibo Solomon.
Well, that's one thing, but one person that's ran away is Joseph Olds, who's just going and going and gone. But one person who has dropped back is actually Jared Waberski. He's fallen out of the whole pack.
He seems to just be there on the back there. You can see the bright yellow DAW, but you are right. He seems to just not quite have the turn of pace the boys in front of him do. I think the dicing in front of this group has kept him on the back, but he seems to be struggling quite a bit. Here comes, it looks to be Akil Alibi up the inside now of Sibo Solomon. He's a bit deep on the brakes and runs a bit wide, allowing Sibo back up the inside as they head into the first 180. Sibo has managed to do the cross back and get the move done.
Deprava going and having a bit of fun, looking on the outside. Unfortunately, not able to make it stick, but very, very challenging to do so. Going on the outside, you're going to touch the marbles, and that's where it starts getting very difficult.
Leighton Free now ahead of Daniel Deprava. The two boys seem to be working together well to get away from this chasing group and try and get onto the group in front.
Deprava going in and doing everything he can. You can see a little bit of a nudge as they come through the corners, but doing as much as possible, making up as much ground as he can, but man, the gap is just huge between them all.
Akil Alibi seems to have broken Sibo Solomon a bit there. He seems to have gotten away. He can now get onto the back of the boys in front of him. He has been fast all weekend in both the Max Torino class and the MiniMAX class, and he seems to be using that turn of pace to get back onto the boys in front of him.
Alibi trying to just keep a defensive line while he's getting attacked behind and just turning into one big thing after another, trying not to go too far wide, but trying to keep as much pace as possible.
Akil definitely showing the experience he's learned racing overseas with the Fusion Motorsport team in the UK as well as with the Super 1 Championship. He's done very, very well over there. Not doing much this year, but he seems to be showing his experience and showing what he's learned there.
Definitely one thing we want to go and see is how he progresses through. This is only, early on in the season, these drivers are doing everything they can.
This is only round 2, and it's also going to be interesting to follow the careers of drivers as they grow up through the sport. This is from the age of 9 to 11, and they move up from here to the Junior Max, the year of their 12th birthday. So it's interesting to watch them as they move through the field. I've watched Akil since he was in cadets, as well as Daniel DePava. So it's interesting to see them move up the classes and do so well.
So the guys really showing the turn of pace, and they really want to go for the top points and eventually get overseas, go represent South Africa and win it.
It's going to be interesting to see these boys once they are eventually in DD2, and we talk about them like we do about Leroy Poulter and the Michael Stevens of it. No matter how old you are, you never seem to want to leave karting. It is where all the racecraft is groomed. It's where you learn everything, and they always come back to it, whether it be for fitness or just for a bit of laps. They always seem to come back to karting.
Well, that's one thing to keep an eye on, but Deprava going and having a huge amount of fun, starting to pull away, and also Akil Alibi going and having a massive time, pulled a bit of a gap, and has now got some breathing room between himself and the carts behind him.
Sibo Solomon there just losing Akil Alibi a bit there. Akil managing to break that elastic and get onto the carts in front of him. Daniel DePava now coming under attack from Akil Alibi. I wonder if Akil has the pace to catch onto the back of Leighton Free, who seems to be turning it up the wick a bit, trying to get back onto the back of Akil Kai Funzel.
Definitely.
Last lap to go, and you can even barely see Joseph Bulls. He's gone, he's checked out. Unfortunately, not using that trademark gold helmet that he normally does, using a plain white as Akil Alibi gets up the inside of Daniel DePava.
Well, going and really duking out, the difference being around about 4 seconds odd by the looks of it, and that's definitely going to be one thing to keep an eye on.
It may only be 4 seconds now towards the end of the race, but he definitely backed it off then. He drove away from this field, and he did it in the first heat as well. An unbelievable performance from Joseph Ulls. He didn't do the Puerto National. He's chosen not to do any away races. He's only doing the local regional series in Cape Town. As he comes past, you can see Ricky Perdigar jumping up and down on the side of the track there. Well done, Joseph Ulls, for taking the win. Ahead of Tate Bishop, Kai Funzel, Leighton Free, Akil Alibi managed to get past for 5th, and Sibo Solomon in 6th.
Well, confirming it's Joseph Ulls, Tate Bishop, Kai Funzel, Leighton Free, and Akil Alibi in 5th place.
Well, the race was really good. The grip out there was hectic. We were struggling at the end, but the pace we kept. We overall we did well.
The race felt amazing. It was hard to catch Joey. I couldn't really catch Joey. I started pulling away from Kai near to the end. So I'm pretty happy with that.
We had a good start and we went from 5th
to second, and the race was good. I thought I had second, but the kart wasn't as good because we had no power, but I had to fight, keep that third position, so yeah.